Hey guys, another video here. This video is all about the word anxiety, and I'm actually going to focus it towards in-person learning and how we're prepping ourselves to get back there. So I'm just going to focus on this word, and the definition pretty much of this word is it's the natural response to threat. Um, it is built in us, just like you see animals, they kind of can sense danger before it happens. And us as humans have that. And we actually have to learn how to use it and how to manage it. And depending on what we've gone through in our life, we may build that anxiety in different levels, and sometimes we don't even notice that we do it. But we're protecting ourselves from something. The number one fear of human beings is the sense of no control. So when something's going to happen and we don't have control in it, we kind of freak out. So if you think of it in that sense, going back to in-person is another adjustment of 2020 and now into 2021 with all these different changes. I think we've built some resiliency in understanding changes and not really expecting really anything. But some of us might be like, what's going to happen? What is it going to be like in person? So kind of a few of the things that I do as a therapist is that I validate galore on your feeling of anxiety. And so us as a group, what we can do is validate each other that yes, it's a bit scary to go back. Yes, it's scary to be in person, not just with COVID, but interacting with people. Interacting with people you probably never met before, especially if you're new to SaaS, or interacting with people you probably just stopped talking to. So a few things that you can do. Maybe teachers challenge the kids and maybe turn on the camera for like a second just to say hello, you guys. Maybe start seeing each other on camera. That may ease some. Now, some of you are like, no way, not doing that. Okay, I'm just trying for you guys to get a little bit exposed and that we can at least kind of know what your face looks like before in person. Another thing that you could do is talk to those friends that maybe you haven't connected with. Send them a snap or a message or something, kind of being like, hey, like, are you going in person? And kind of reconnecting somewhere before you go. What I'm really trying for you guys to do is expose yourself more. The activities that we've been doing on Wednesdays from 1 to 3 are a great kind of like throwing you in, like let's see each other without the academic pressure. So those are great, you guys. If you've been going, awesome, fantastic. Keep it up and do it. Be mindful. You are not alone in this. We all have this anxiety in us. We've all been in this pandemic together. And so if you have some concern, find a friend, a staff, someone that you can talk to so we can help you go through this because you're not in this alone. You can talk to me and you can come to lunch groups. Lunch groups is great. All we do is socialize for that whole lunchtime. And I don't do any therapy in there. I'm really just getting to know you guys, and we have sometimes some weird topics, sometimes we have jokes, whatever it is. We're just talking and socializing because we are craving that as human beings. Now, if you've been quarantined this whole time, haven't left your house, I'm going to challenge you to go outside on a walk, go to the park. If you feel safe enough, go to a grocery store, kind of see how the feel it is to have a mask in public. So those are just kind of little steps of going there. Now I'm going to go into therapy mode, and I want you guys to maybe do this on your own, maybe in class as you're watching this, I don't know. But I'm going to ask you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. And you can do this in any scenario where you feel anxious. And so what you're really basically doing is what could happen. You're going to ask yourself, what could happen versus what will happen. What we do with anxiety is that we plan the whole story out. And usually it's irrational thinking. We really don't know what's going to happen. But what we can do is prep ourselves what could happen and what the reality of what could happen instead. So the first question I want you to ask yourself is, what is something you are worried about? And I want you to write it down. So it could be in-person learning, okay? Second question you're going to answer is, what are some clues that your worry will not come true? So like, let's say you're going to be all alone and no one's going to talk to you. Okay. like write that down. Maybe that is a fear of yours. If your worry does not come true, what would probably happen instead? Maybe someone would talk to you, or maybe you're going to connect with someone or meet someone new. If your worry does come true, how will you handle it? And will you eventually be okay? So you're kind of answering your fear and how you would solve it. And then the last one is, after answering these questions, how has your worry changed? So when you lay it all out and you become aware and mindful of what your feelings are, along with the reality, it can really help you face the anxiety. I challenge you to be a little bit uncomfortable so that we can face those fears, okay? Thinking about what will happen instead of what could happen can help you worry less. Whenever you start to worry, I want you to answer these questions. I'm using my little cheat sheet. All right, you guys, you have a fabulous day or a week. I'll see you soon.